Bam. All right, we are rolling.
All right.
Welcome to the channel, UzzyWorldTV, very small YouTube channel. You're gonna be the third interview I do. First one was Jose, second one was Jay. I still have to edit it, whatever.
Yeah.
Before we get into your very interesting shirt and your well done hair, introduce yourself.
Okay.
We know it's Chris. Is Chris
Yeah.
short for Christopher? Is it Christian or is
Yeah.
it just Chris? What's your name?
So, name is Christopher.
Christopher.
30 years old. Grew up in Los Angeles. I run a family business. More specifically in the bus rental space.
Grew up in LA, 30 years old.
Yeah.
You run a family business.
Yeah.
And what is the business?
It's the industry that we work in is in bus rentals.
Okay. Bus rentals.
Yeah.
What got you into?
Bus rentals?
Yeah.
That was always my passion. I'm joking.
So passionate about buses.
Yeah. I was more or less thrown into this position. So the reason why I have a bus company is my father was a bus driver for the vast majority of my life. He probably for north of 20 years was a bus driver. Around 17 years old. Needless to say, like leading up to that point, we were relatively broke.
Okay.
Yeah. Statistically below the poverty line for like a family of four.
Okay, so we can say you grew up poor.
Yeah.
Okay. For most of your life? Or you said until 17?
So 17 is when the business started. I think we like started making like relative money around, also probably around the age of like 22, 23, 24.
Started making bank around 22 to 24. Okay.
Yeah.
Legit.
Yeah.
What do you have to say to someone like I don't run a business.
Yeah.
I don't run a bus business, whatever. How does it work? Do you make your own schedule? Do you have your cousins on payroll?
No. So in terms of I say family business just because it's like an easier shortcut way of describing it. It's just my father and I that own the business.
Oh wow.
We do have like a team of individuals that help us build the company to the point where it's at now.
Okay.
In terms of like how things started, again when I was 17, we kind of had this discussion of like, we have nothing to lose. Let's bet on ourselves. We got this like old used bus. Started the company, and like my dad didn't know how to run a business. I definitely didn't know how to run a business, and we kind of learned throughout the years, and through iterations, mistakes, and like growth spurts, we've been able to do like relatively well.
Was there ever a moment where you guys had like messed up on anything and it was like, oh, our business is gonna like run to the ground or we're gonna go into debt because we like got the wrong bus or I don't know?
No, you know what?
That?
Thankfully not. My father and I are both fairly risk adverse individuals. So if we do take a bet that others might perceive as risky, like I've done the due diligence and I feel so safe. Like I have data to back up. Like if we do make this purchase of a property or we do buy like these buses, like we can cover the loans, we can cover the insurance, we can cover all the fixed costs associated with it. So like every step has been from a position of strength rather than like, let's see what's gonna happen.
Okay.
Yeah. Like maybe early on, the initial start is like, we don't know what the hell's. Can we curse on this?
Oh yeah, go for it.
We don't know what the fuck's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So that's probably like the scariest part, like in anyone's like entrepreneurial journey, where they're like, I've been working for someone else my entire life. Now I'm betting on myself. I don't really know how to do this. That's probably like the biggest risk. But after that, like you kind of get an idea of like how things work.
Legit. What was your like first normal job?
I was a swimmer for a good portion of my life. Yeah.
How do you make money swimming?
No. So that's like the premise of like how I got my job.
Oh, okay.
I was a swimmer for the vast majority of my life. The team that I swam on once I graduated high school hired me to teach kids how to swim in like their little kids program. So that was my first job when I first went to community college in Santa Monica.
Community college in Santa Monica. I forgot which of our, I think it was Mikey. He said that's Harvard of the ocean or something, Harvard of the Pacific. How long did you do, I said do time. How long were you at SMC?
Yeah. I was there for a fat minute, dude. So because I was running the business, I never took on a full course of classes until like maybe my last semester. Because I always wanted to make sure that because I was working and running a business, I didn't want my grades to get affected, and I wanted to have straight A's every semester. So I was there. I graduated high school 2013.
Oh, wow.
I took a gap year.
Shout out to gap years.
Yeah, there's a whole story there, but I took a gap year. And so I guess like summer of 2014 is when I started, and I didn't transfer to USC until summer of 2017.
You went to USC?
Yeah.
Did you graduated?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What degree did you get?
I was a business major.
So American. Graduated
Yeah.
from USC. What year did you graduate at USC?
2020.
2020. What was your first martial art? When did you start training?
Good question. I started when I was 3 years old.
That's why. That explains everything. Oh man, started martial arts at 3. Was this Taekwondo?
Yeah, so when I was like 2, 3 years old, I really wanted to be a Power Ranger. I was jumping off of furniture, doing flips, and like I was gonna hurt myself. And my mom was like, you know what? If you want to do this for real, I'll put you in Taekwondo and I'll put you into gymnastics. So that's what she did.
Taekwondo and gymnastics?
Yeah.
Oh, you took gymnastics?
I did like 5 years of gymnastics.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I did about a decade of Taekwondo.
5 years of gymnastics, and then you said a decade of what?
Taekwondo.
Decade of Taekwondo?
Yeah.
Wow. 10 years. Taekwondo. How's your diet? How do you
Right now?
Yeah. Are you always like a healthy eater?
I would say it's probably like 80-20. I'd say like during the week I'm pretty consistent. Weekends I like to eat out. I like a nice restaurant.
Okay. Well, what's your let's say top 3 like fast food places?
Fast food?
Yeah. If you even dabble.
No, I do. I'd probably say In-N-Out, Panda Express.
Wonderful.
Fast food? Probably like, I'm trying to think of my DoorDash invoices. Probably Chipotle.
Chipotle.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Or like some like Mediterranean place, like Panini Grill or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, like, I like to skew like on a little bit more healthy. If I
What
am
is
eating
your
fast
what is your choice protein?
food. Always steak.
Steak?
Yeah.
Steak. Oh, eating
Yeah.
well. Okay. Choice.
I will almost never get anything else.
Almost never get anything else.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got Chris. Is Christopher, 30 years old. Grew up in LA. Where in LA did you grow up?
So I say Culver City because nobody knows where Palms is.
Okay. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah. See? Yeah, Palms is like I don't even know how big it is. It's like literally like this tiny little triangle, right outside of Culver City.
Okay.
It's between like Culver City and maybe on the other side is like Cheviot Hills,
Okay.
like Century City. It's like right in between. It's basically the entire area is just apartments. That's where I grew up from, like 3 until like my mid-20s.
Okay, for sure. And then 20 or 20 something, you moved out, or what?
Yeah, I got a house in Inglewood.
A house where?
Inglewood.
Inglewood. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That you didn't feel like you were
Progressing?
going back to the yeah.
What he
Usually,
says.
I would say like yeah, someone would grow up in Inglewood and like I'm moving to Culver City, but you
Nah, I
like,
made money, went into the hood.
you're like we going back to all right, move into the hood, get your education.
So it was definitely a move of convenience and like forward thinking, in the sense of my yard / office is in Inglewood already. I'm very big on convenience. Like I don't want to commute more than 10 minutes. Anything more than that, like I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
So I wanted to get a place, And I can see Inglewood getting a lot of investments from really big companies, and it is getting gentrified. Whether that's good or bad, I'm gonna leave that to the audience.
Ooh, ooh.
I just see that I believe that the value of the property tomorrow is gonna be more than today. So I can see Inglewood being somewhat of like a Culver City a decade, 2 decades from now, where
Okay.
it's not as ghetto.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. I've been around in like Inglewood, like you know, I've never lived there. I was more so like on like, you know, Crenshaw Slauson area, and then I ended up moving towards like I don't know, like Hoover.
Okay.
And then like right now I'm in HP or whatever.
Yeah.
I think Huntington Park used to be like worse or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is cool. And then in the hood, like one of my friends stays on like Brynhurst, and like it used to be like worse, but then it's like we're seeing these new buildings get built.
Yeah.
We're seeing these new like corner stores and whatever.
things are changing.
Yeah, things are being gentrified.
Yeah.
Whether it's good or bad, you know, that is up to the audience.
Yeah.
Do you want to make a comment on your shirt? I see your shirt says "Socialism sucks."
Sure.
And then tpusa.com, so that's the double whammy.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of Charlie Kirk?
Am I a fan?
Yeah.
I would say yeah. I would say yeah. And I'll add more nuance to that answer.
Uh-huh.
When I was in college, I think that was more of my political formative years.
Uh-huh.
The Charlie Kirk of then was probably more aligned with me today, where at least the media that I consumed from him was mainly in the domain of economics and capitalism. I think as time passed, he veered off to a little bit more of the like cultural conservatism and like religious right. I don't necessarily see eye to eye with certain topics on that.
Uh-huh.
So to say, am I like a hardcore Charlie fan? I probably wouldn't go that far. Are there certain positions that he has that I would myself defend? Yeah, I would.
For sure. Makes sense. Yeah, I didn't follow like Kirk like that, but obviously I did like seeing clips or whatever of him, like basically having a good. I think he had a good like grasp of like rhetoric and like how to deal with, because I was like upset when I heard that Charlie Kirk was like murdered, and then it's like, you know, me being black or whatever, and some people are gonna look at me like, oh, like, what are you, Uncle Tom or this, that, whatever. It's like, bro, it's just like, what I liked about Kirk is he gave a platform basically to people that disagreed with them, and he saw that basically colleges is like this cultural war ground, and it's like before the kids go here and get like veer off into this like communist BS. It's like, no, this is what our country is founded on, this, that, and the third. And I'm sure we've heard the quote, I might butcher the quote, but it's like, I might not agree with your opinion, but I'll die for your right to say it, basically. So that's what I believe. I'm sure you agree that what these 50 states are about.
100%.
You know, it's like freedom of speech, right, freedom of expression, and to have these conversations rather than, oh, you have a different like political stance than me, so I should kill you. You know what I mean? So what are your like? I mean, I could assume that you don't like socialism based on the shirt. Are you just a capitalist by like trade, or are you passionate about capitalism?
I would say I am passionate about it. I would almost define it as an ideology that I have.
Wonderful. Passionate about capitalism. What makes you passionate about capitalism? When did you figure out or find like this is like, yo, there's some of me in this and some of this in me, you know?
Yeah. So I think the prism of how I see this through, or where I see this through, is owning a business has given me the opportunity to effectively bring my family out of poverty and live a life that's a little bit more comfortable than when I was a kid. And it is reading the rules of how to play the game of capitalism and then playing it out. Is it easy? Absolutely not. Is it the best system that we have? In my opinion, it is. It has risen more people out of abject poverty than any other economic system in the history of human civilization.
That's interesting. So we have capitalism, right? What alternative systems are there to capitalism? Not saying better or worse, but like say, because it's kind of like a buzzword nowadays. People probably say capitalism, they don't know what they're talking about.
Sure.
But would you be able to like quickly define capitalism,
Yeah.
and then what are some?
Actually, I think it's really, really important for people to define their terms when they are having these discussions specifically, because I might be saying socialism, and somebody else might be saying socialism, but we're attributing different definitions to that, and we're talking past each other when we're having these discussions, because we mean completely different things. So when I'm saying capitalism, it is the private ownership of the means of production.
Wow.
So that's basically an example, like I get to own my business.
Legit. Private ownership of means of production. Now, what alternative systems are there to capitalism?
If we were, and it's all a spectrum. So if we're gonna have capitalism on one end of the spectrum, just a little bit to, let's say, your right of it would be a mixed economy. This is where we have both free market elements into the economy and some government intervention. So that's mixed economy.
What are your thoughts on like government intervention? Do you think all food stamps should go away? Do you think Section 8 should be erased from existence? Do you are you like there's the idea of like the social safety net, like people who can't provide for themselves maybe get assisted by the government, and then there's like people who don't want to provide for themselves. They're like, all right, time to go get my
Yeah.
my
Okay,
gov
so
stamps.
you would definitely see that more in a mixed economy. So you'll have in a mixed economy, you'll have a free market or somewhat free market economy, and then built on top of that would be some level of a welfare state. And there's different levels, and there's a whole spectrum there. So what you're talking about right now is the element of the welfare state. I personally am not a fan of it.
Ooh,
Believe it or not.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I don't like the idea of my taxes being sent. I don't like the idea of taxes, period. I'll be more specific when I say that, because I do understand we live in an economy that requires certain things. So the income tax specifically is what I am vehemently against. I perceive it as theft. I don't see a difference between me making $1 and you holding a gun to my head and saying, you worked really hard for that $1 and I condemn you for that. Give me 30% of it. There's no difference between if you do that and if the government does that. It's both a gun at the end of the day pointed at me. I don't give a fuck where the money's gonna go. You're holding a gun to me. I don't want to pay you. And if I don't pay the government, like, let's play it out. April comes around. I tell my accountant, I'm not gonna do anything. They can go fuck themselves. I'm gonna get a letter saying, hey, you didn't pay your taxes.
Yeah.
You owe us X amount, plus a penalty. I grab that, and I wipe my ass with it. I wait a little bit longer. I'm gonna get another letter. You ignored us, the penalty is now greater. I grab it. At this point, the letters are gonna stop, and they're gonna send a man, or a group of men, to my house with guns.
Yeah.
Why? Because I didn't pay them. That's how I see it. Government, at the end of the day, is a gun. Whether it's a parking ticket that I don't pay, on a long enough time frame, it's going to be a gun.
Dude, yeah, there's a huge like connection between like these letters and penalties and guns.
Yeah, because if there wasn't a gun, no one would pay it.
Yeah, it's like, all right.
So I get it.
Yeah.
It's still theft. Because if you did it, you would go to jail.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that, Uzi. You can't hold a gun to a guy's head. Like, you can grab it and use it for the most benevolent thing. You grab 30% of my money and you get a house for a homeless man. You pay for somebody's operation. I don't care what it's for. It can be the most benevolent thing. It is, you are stealing from me. Give it to the poor. You are stealing from me. If I want to give to the poor, I am going to give to the poor. So I don't think, and I think a lot of people look at me like, oh, he's heartless, he's this, he's that, there's no empathy. I can understand that perspective. Allow me to elaborate. I still want these people to be helped. I just don't want the vehicle to be the government.
Yeah.
I think there's the space for churches, charities, nonprofits, local municipalities, family, community. Those are things that we can look into that other countries have that we don't anymore in this country, because we have resorted and delegated those roles to the government. When you and I walk outside of here and we pass by these by these homeless people, we're like, the government was gonna figure it out. But if you go to like third world countries where there's still a family unit, there's still that element of family and community, you don't see it to the same degree.
So you don't see a ton of what?
Homeless people.
Okay.
To the same degree as you do in the U.S. I think a lot of that has to do with the family unit and the lack of community that we have in the U.S. So it's not that these people will not be helped. It's just that I don't want the gun being used and the vehicle for it to be the government. But I'm all for charity. Like, I think that's important. So that's like the nuanced perspective that I have, that like maybe not that many people here. They just see like, oh, Chris doesn't want to pay his taxes. He doesn't care about the poor. No, it's not that at all.
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree, and that is a good way to put it. It basically is just putting a gun to your head. Like, yeah, you made that money, but you got to give it to us.
Yeah.
I think, not to defend taxes, but I mean, there's the the idea of a social contract, you know, and it's like we're benefiting from the government. Just like, say, if a random country just like wants to invade, and you know, we need to have like border protection or some protection from like pirates or whatever. Or if you're on like a cruise ship or something, you're fishing, and then some random like whatever, they're like, no, we're gonna kidnap you and this, that, whatever. So you want your government to kind of protect you, defend you, just off the strength of you being a citizen.
I hear you.
So there is kind of, I would say, some like room for like, okay, we're running this operation, whatever. You guys, like, we're giving you as much freedom as possible, but like we low key need to have like some money to like run our stuff, like whether it be
I completely agree.
Yeah, like the post office, you know, like if everyone's just like, no, we don't like the post office. I don't want, like, I want my mail delivered, but I'm not going to pay for it. You know what I mean? So I think there's some room for that, like for that in terms of taxes. But for sure, I think I look at the like capitalism in the United States as a very used and abused system. Like it can for sure like be way better, but like, you know, there's the spoiled system, or you don't handle that or not really?
Are you able to pause it?
Huh?
Are you able to pause it?
No. It's just I don't know if you want to miss it or not, but you don't have, like, I don't know. Anyway.
It's because I ordered food for my girl, and I know that she's called me 3 times at this point.
Oh no! Oh, I didn't see it. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, that's why I was having to ignoring, because I didn't know if we can.
Oh no, go for it, dude.
Okay,
like,
let me just
text her, call her, whatever.
I appreciate it.
Just be like, hey.
I'm just letting her know, like, hey.
Yeah, that's for sure. My bad. Yeah, I didn't see it. I was too focused on your capitalist knowledge.
Alrighty, take care. Bye. Not even what I thought this was gonna be. This is just like a random quote. Like the business phone gets forwarded to me after certain hours. I was not expecting that call at all. I thought it was DoorDash dropping off.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
We can ignore this.
That's
fine.
good. Yeah. It wasn't a parking ticket. There's no gun to your head.
There's no gun to my head.
There's no future gun to your head coming in the form of papers.
Yeah.
Whatever. That's hilarious.
Yeah. My bad.
Dang. Where was I? Something about capitalism. Something about taxes kind of low key being necessary, like the post office.
I agree with you. And that's why I was specific about the income tax. I think there's room, and I'm willing to have that conversation about other taxes. Like there's sales taxes, and there's taxes on property, and there's things of that nature. I'm open to that. But the income tax is something that I'm vehemently against. I'm vehemently against because I think as it increases, it disincentivizes entrepreneurship, risk taking, and working hard. Because let's push. Like I think right now the highest federal rate is I think 37%. I might be wrong. I would have to check. Keep ratcheting that up. Like what about 47, 67, 87? Like at what point is like
yeah.
So I see it as a disincentive, and that's why I'm like for income tax I wouldn't. There's countries that operate without it completely. Like if you go to there's a lot of Arab countries in this world that like they don't have it at all, and they operate perfectly fine. So I was like curious, like well, why can't we do that? Now you're gonna have to look at the budget and all the expenses that we have, and we're gonna definitely have to start cutting, which I'm all for. Across the board, because there's a lot of fraud going on.
Oh yeah,
so it's like
a whole lot. Oh, I think that's what I was saying. Yeah, there's like the U.S. like we have such a strong system that it's still able to survive through the use and abuse of all these like corrupt politicians and people just like writing these like useless laws and stuff like that just to like cycle money and you know all this stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like it kind of shows the strength of the system that we have by how badly like it's being abused but still surviving. It's like, dude, it still works.
Yeah.
So I think it's yeah, I do support like obviously free market things of that nature, but then also like I do have some understanding of like taxes and social contract, whatever. What are your thoughts on like billionaires? Do you think there's any ethical billionaires? Do you think all billionaires are evil and they should all be like cut up and eaten and consumed and have all of their assets frozen? You think bank accounts should be capped at a certain level?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, what do you think about about billionaires?
I'll say this: I'm sure there's some bad ones. In general, I would say that, especially if someone has built their wealth themselves, that means that if they are a billionaire, they gave so much value to the economy and the world that they got rewarded with that much money. So if let's say, like today, I think it was yesterday, I was printing a check at home and my printer was completely out of ink. I went on Amazon, I typed in the printer that I have, I saw the ink cartridge that I needed to get, and then within 2 hours, it was delivered to my house. I was able to put it in, and I was able to print the check. That is an extreme level of value that I think Jeff Bezos is not the CEO anymore, but when he was, like, he got rewarded heavily for being the biggest shareholder of Amazon because of that. It's just how much value can I give to the market? And I think that they should reap the benefits of that.
I agree. That's a very great point. Like a lot of people kind of see money as like what they like someone paying them in terms of like hourly wage or whatever, and they don't really understand like when it comes to business, it's really about how much like value you're providing someone, and it's like if you can basically tell someone, oh, I'll handle this, and that for you. It just costs this amount of money. You can end up getting a lot of money because you're providing a lot of value.
Fixing their problems.
Yeah. So I mean, that's like, if we look at capitalism like that way, like who can solve the most problems, and then like getting richer and gaining more wealth is like basically solving higher quality problems instead of like, just kind of being poor and like counting your pennies and having like, dang, like, make these kind of, I don't want to say lower quality decisions, but basically it's that. But then like your time, because we all have the same 24 hours, but it's just with those 24 hours, some people like, let's say low skill jobs or whatever, the best they can do, the best value they can provide is like physical labor of like cleaning any space or whatever. Shout out to all our janitors and housekeeping, whatever it's necessary. But there are arguments that could be made that they might be working harder, like physically harder than someone who's sitting behind a computer typing up numbers and whatever, but what that person's doing behind the computer, it can be like high stakes logistics or whatever. They're routing the proper product from one place to another, and if they get it wrong, then product is gonna go to waste. So we understand, but I guess it's just the question of will the audience understand? Do people really understand what capitalism is? I don't think a lot of people really like understand capitalism. It's kind of like like a spoiled kid
Yeah.
who hates their parents,
Yeah.
but not knowing how much like their parents do for them.
Yeah.
Basically, and it's like, oh, I wish my parents were like this other person. Like they might be jealous of their friend whose parents let them go out and like stay out till like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. They
That's
only
right.
check up later, like, oh, you good or whatever, or maybe they don't check up.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, for whatever reason, I mean, it was pretty intentional for like socialism and communism to be fed to the youth and fed to like college kids or whatever, and like I forget the years. What is it? The 70s, 60s, 50s, like, because it is a cultural war, and these other countries they understood that. So it's like if I want to fight the U.S., we're not going to win off of guns. What we're going to have to do is just give them enough propaganda and turn generations against each other and turn people against each other ideologically. And it's to the point like, have whatever political conviction you will, but like families were being broken apart and torn apart based on like, you didn't vote for Hillary, like you're actually Satan incarnated, like, oh, you voted this way, you voted that way. So there is a lot of like cultural.
There's a video from the 80s of a gentleman who was in the KGB who was talking about this. I forgot his name and I forgot what show he was on. But he was effectively saying the exact same thing that you said. He's like, we're planting the seeds today of these cultural rifts that we're going to see 2, 3, 4 decades from now.
Yeah.
And you guys are going to break from within.
I've seen that video. I know what video you're talking about, but I also forgot the guy's name.
Yeah, I don't want to just make something up.
Dang.
Yeah.
It's true, and it's like we're living in it.
Yeah,
like
when he said that, I was like, God damn.
Yeah. Freaking, so we're just subjects of like social engineering.
They did a good job. I'll say that.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay. All right, now let's talk MMA striking. Okay, you're basically Batman. Every time we spar, I'm like, damn, this nigga has like infinite cardio, infinite strength. You even hit me with the double up down punch. I'm like, okay, this guy's just ore farming at this time. Last time we sparred, you walked me from one corner of the mat to the other, and here I am just like trying to dodge and survive and shit, whatever. How long have you been training like Muay Thai, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, etc.? Like when did I mean, some people do talk shit about Taekwondo, like, oh, that's not a real martial art. But the way you be throwing kicks, it's like, shout out to Taekwondo. Like, you're doing something right. But yeah, how long have you been in the MMA game, Muay Thai, etc.?
MMA. So I'll start from the beginning. So Taekwondo was 3 to 13. Then when I was in college, there was a jiu-jitsu club that I got exposed to my senior year. And I did that for 4 or 5 months. And then at the time, this is probably like 2020, no, this is 2019.
2019?
Yeah, because this is right before the pandemic. I was going to a gym that was probably a few miles away from my campus. And I was training there for a bit. The pandemic hit, and this is just jiu-jitsu at this point. So like I have 0 hands because Taekwondo is like 90% kicks. So I'm just training jiu-jitsu, 0 hands. I'm loving grappling. I'm doing fairly well at it, to be honest. If I can like toot my own horn. As a white belt, I think I grasped it. I think one of the things that like is probably like my greatest asset and my biggest liability is when I do focus on something, all of my attention, time, effort, and resources go to that one thing, and nothing else matters. Which is great for that one thing, but it's terrible for everything else. So like my relationships with friends go to shit, my relationships with my girlfriends go to shit. Like I lose a lot of those other aspects at the cost of like this one thing that I want to be fairly good at. There's an obsession around it. And I definitely felt that in business, and I felt that again when I started jiu-jitsu. So that took me until probably like the end of 2020 is where I finally graduated, and then I I found Uprise.
Ooh.
Yeah. Being like 10 minutes away from my house, it was like super convenient. Again, I'm not driving back to downtown anymore.
Okay.
That's where my other gym was at.
Okay.
So that's like almost an hour in peak traffic.
So you would say you've cultivated all your hands here at Uprise?
100%.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good promo for Uprise.
Yeah.
People just got to come in and fight you, and then realize like, okay, like this is the place
Yeah.
to be.
Yeah.
Nice. Gain all hands here at
Yes.
Uprise.
So once I came here, that's when I started integrating everything. Started figuring out like, this is how you throw a punch, and it was definitely, I was not the individual that you spar with today. When I first started striking, like the critiques that I have on Taekwondo is that the particular style and the school that I went to was very points based. So it was like very flicky in terms of the kicks. They don't really use any hands. The feet are very bladed. So it's like this like in and out motion. It doesn't really translate to MMA. So I had to unlearn a lot of things, but still be mindful of like what does work from Taekwondo.
Okay.
So I, throughout time, kept what I felt was useful to me, and I had to like kind of get rid of everything else.
Bruce Lee, take what's good,
Yeah.
leave what's not. I overheard a conversation you're having with someone about like bag training and how every round has a purpose.
Yeah.
Do you want to bless me and my channel with,
Sure, yeah.
with
So
what rounds, what you do on each round?
So I do this during like, I call it like my off season. I only train at Uprise 4 months out of the year. It's like June, July, August, and December.
June, July, August, and December?
Yeah.
Okay. Only train, I'm gonna just write that down.
Yeah. So all the other months, I'm not really doing much other than lifting weights. And then the gym that I go to, the weightlifting gym, has like a cage with a bunch of heavy bags. So I will do 12 rounds after I lift every single day. Like that's a non-negotiable for me. And I will start off those rounds by, so it's 12 2-minute rounds with 30 seconds in between.
Okay, 12 2-minute rounds, 30-second break in between. All right, so what do these rounds look like?
So coming from a Taekwondo background, I fight both Orthodox and Southpaw. So I will start Southpaw, and I'm just working my jab for the first round.
Okay.
Nothing else. Different types of jabs, but it's just jabs. So just my right hand. Second round, I go to Orthodox. Same concept, just jabbing, but now I'm using my left hand.
Okay. You saying different jabs? What type of different jabs are there? I mean, there's like to the head, there's like to the body.
Yeah, so I'll change
like,
the level. I'll change the tempo of it. I'll change like the angle of it where I'm just coming from the top. I'll start from down here and I just start throwing it up rather than coming from here. So it's just how many different ways can I slice this thing, and like I really just try to get creative with it.
Okay.
I'll do stupid shit where I'm just here. I look at this hand and like I'm throwing this
oh,
here.
you got me with that one. I'm like, oh wow, look at this guy flexing. Hey guys, look, I'm so good. Come fight me.
It's I know I piss off people with that. It's not coming from a place of like it is just distractions. Like it's not coming from a place of like I'm trying to flex or I'm trying to like even make fun of you or any way. It's literally just a distraction. Like I'll come here, like I'll throw in a hand here and then hit you. I'll put my hands behind my back and then hit you. But all of that is pattern breaking because we're used to doing this. And if I just stop and go, it will, like most people just start like what, and then they'll get hit.
Yeah.
So I'm taking advantage of those opportunities where they're like, I just break the pattern and I break the frame of what we're doing right now and just do something stupid. So that's where it comes from.
It works.
Definitely works.
It's inspiring too.
Yeah.
So I'm always like, okay, now
I recommend trying it.
Yeah, like, oh, Chris is here. I gotta go spar him, see how long I can that, whatever. So anyways, so first round, southpaw jab. Second round, orthodox jabs. Third round, what are we doing?
So 3 and 4, it's the same thing. I go southpaw, and then the following round is orthodox. But I'm throwing 1-2s. So
Okay.
just jab cross. And then
So same
concept.
thing, just 1-2s.
Yep.
Okay.
And it can be 2-1, it can be 1-1-2, but I'm just throwing jabs and I'm just throwing crosses from southpaw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Legit. Southpaw, orthodox. 3 and 4. Okay. What's 5 and 6?
5 and 6, I get really close to the bag, and I'm again same concept southpaw and the same concept orthodox. I'm just working the pocket. Like how can I? Because I think that is my Achilles heel, coming from a taekwondo background, and I can give you some game right now.
Oh, okay.
If you are going against someone who has excessive kicks and they're very kick dominant and they come from like a karate or a taekwondo background, stuff them. If you're going away from them and trying to get away, it feeds the fire of the kicks. Because I start having momentum, I have room to start spinning, the kicks start coming from different angles, stuff them. Brett, I don't know if you ever sparred with him.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah,
I remember.
does a very good job of saying, fuck that, and his face is right here. And he's like, this is where we're fighting. And he's just in the pocket and just fighting dirty with me. Like just dirty boxing.
Yeah, okay.
That's the game, because like when you're here, it's very hard to kick you in the head. So now, knowing that this is my Achilles heel, I wanted to make that my strength. So I'm like, I just need to start working the pocket. So then I think it's still a journey, but I'm trying to become like very proficient in that.
If there's anything I remember from this interview, it's gonna be that.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, work the pocket.
Yeah.
Let's try to get Chris.
Yeah.
Okay, 5, and then so 5 is, you said same thing, southpaw. And then
Yeah, every 2,
orthodox.
I switch the stance, but the concept is I'm gonna be in the pocket. I'm working my uppercuts. I'm working my hooks, and some elbows as well.
Uppercuts, hooks, elbows.
Yeah.
Throwing elbows. Okay. 7 and 8.
7, 8. Now I'm taking the hands out of the equation and I'm just kicking. Usually roundhouses, but I can mix it up a little bit.
Okay. Usually roundhouse.
Yeah.
Cool. 9 and 10.
So 9 through 12, I'm dancing. I'm just combining everything together, and I'm just seeing what flows, what doesn't flow. Trying to get creative, see like if I can chain this combination to another combination. Playing with the distances. If I'm close, what can I do? Yeah, 9 through 12 is literally just trying to get a feel of what works efficiently, and it's working the cardio at that point.
Okay.
So the intensity definitely picks up.
So you do heavy bag work. What about shadow boxing? Do you do a lot of shadow boxing?
Not as
really?
much as I should, to be honest with you. There have been times, like probably like a few weeks at a time, where I'll start my first 2 rounds, instead of doing the bag, I'm just shadow boxing. I don't do as much as I should.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I have any room for improvement, it's probably there.
Yeah, I don't do much shadow. Like most of my training is pretty much like sparring.
Yeah.
I don't really like. I don't have. When I approach the heavy bag, I'm kind of just doing the same thing. Like I don't have a program in my head.
I
I'm
think
not
putting
timing
purpose
myself.
behind it it'll help. Because I
Yeah.
used to do that, and then I had a conversation with Eric, and I was like picking at his brain, and I basically got this from him. Not so much like the intricacies of it, but he's like, no, like every round I'll probably like just work one thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay.
I've seen Eric shadow box, and it's like,
Yeah.
it's the same feeling as like being in nature, and then you see a gazelle like gracefully,
Yeah.
leaping across the
Yeah.
plains, and it's like, wow, that's majestic.
Pretty much.
You know? So,
Yeah.
I mean, shout out to shadow boxing. I should probably do some more.
Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is probably start incorporating, those like egg weights that people use to like make their hands heavier.
Like the
Yours.
small weights? Or?
Yeah, so they usually hold them. Like it's literally like a ball that you put in your hand.
Oh, I've never heard of
Yeah, you can find them on Amazon.
that. Shout out to Bezos.
Everything goes full circle.
Oh, yeah.
I'll probably shadow box with those.
Do you own any egg weights yet? No.
No. I'll probably get it once I go back to because I'll pause my membership in August, and then I won't be back until December. During that time, you can bet that I'll be doing that.
Legit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Have you ever competed? Like.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've done one competition in jiu-jitsu and one competition in kickboxing, so not that much competition because it's like I don't feel like I train enough to justify doing a comp. Like I get
You're pretty freaking good.
I get that look a lot.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
If he doesn't think he's, who the hell am I gonna be fighting when I try to compete? That, like, bro, when I think like maybe I should compete, I tell myself maybe I should feel like I should be able to hang with Chris more before I go like compete. Because like, if I could get washed like this at the gym, like there's no like what's stopping something like me hopping into competition and someone, you know, like doing like a triple backflip and then punching me and then like disappearing, teleporting behind me, you know. So like, but okay.
Yeah. So like, but this is definitely. I think it comes from a place of insecurities and maybe being like too much of a perfectionist for my own good. Because like I operate in extremes. There's no in between for me. If I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. Nothing else matters. I'm at a place with the business now where like that would be very expensive if I like devote a camp or a period of 6 to 8 weeks where like, no, this is gonna be the most important thing for me. For what? What is the payoff for me? Like I can't justify that.
No, I mean it is low key like it is cool to just be like that high level hobbyist. You know, you just drop in the gym, fuck everyone up for a bit. You're like, all right, I'm gonna go back to my business. You guys have fun, peasants. You know, that's that is a good one. That is a good mindset. Okay. One jits competition. Yeah. One, was it Muay Thai or kickboxing?
It was. They called it kickboxing, but the rule set was a points based fight. So it was more like on the like we couldn't throw elbows or anything. Okay. So it was basically kickboxing.
Yeah. How did you do in those comps?
I won both.
I can't say I'm surprised.
Yeah.
But how did you wash the other guy? Was it?
No, dude. I didn't even. Did I wash him?
Yeah, like like did you like super gapped him in skill or whatever? You made him look like an amateur. You made him switch to basketball. Like how did
For the jiu-jitsu, I would say no. I think because the jiu-jitsu was a tournament where I had to go against I think 2 guys. The first guy, in terms of like attack, like if one person's attacking and one person's defending, 80% of the time I was defending.
Oh, okay.
And then it wasn't until I was like, you know what, I should probably turn it on because like I think I entered both of these with the frame of like there's nothing to be nervous about, and I think that almost hurt me in some aspects because I've had a lot of conversations with guys that compete here, and they're all telling me is like you're gonna have this giant adrenaline dump, like try to control it. So I'm like I don't think that why
You're
would
like, nah, not me. I'm just built different.
It's funny you say that because in closed doors, I say that all the time.
Oh, built different?
I'm just built different.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, hey, if it is what it is, if that's the truth, say it. That's funny.
Yeah, I don't like. I try to like suppress the ego as much as possible, at least to the best of my ability.
No, that's
with
cool.
like family and like really close friends, I'll let them out a little bit.
Yeah.
But most of the time, like I don't like it when that guy comes out.
You don't like what?
I don't like it when that guy comes out.
Oh, yeah, that makes you know you gotta control. I guess control the ego, whatever.
Yeah.
Because I mean, being a rich, successful capitalist, driving limousine buses everywhere, fucking everyone up, quarter of the year, it might get to your head a little bit. You might just be like, I think I'm that guy. Everyone else, they said you should start selling like online courses on how to be the true Sigma and some shit. Why Andrew Tate is weak as hell. Here's how to actually fight. Here's how to actually like start a business and shit. So.
I'll consider it.
Take it as a compliment.
Yeah,
take it as a compliment. Do you think, for example, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like entrepreneurship is something that can work only if not everyone's an entrepreneur. Because if everyone wants to be an entrepreneur, if no one wants to flip burgers, if no one wants to do the wage jobs, like things kind of won't be sustained. But at the same time, I think like the economy can't sustain if everyone has like a side hustle and everyone wants to start their own business or just be like a sole proprietorship. But
that's a really good question.
Yeah, I feel like I did more explaining than asking right now. But I feel like Yeah. Do you think entrepreneurship is something that you can like promote and like
At
to like
scale, like
literally
where everyone does it.
everybody? And do you think the economy can sustain everyone trying to be like, you know, a CEO or
Yeah,
business?
I hear
Like,
you. I I think we're entering really interesting times right now, and I'm curious to see. I'm glad we're recording this because
uh,
I'm curious to see how this ages. With the introduction of AI, like we're still very early in what this whole thing is going to look like.
uh-huh.
There's a lot of theories out there of what the labor market is going to look like. I feel like that is going to be the trajectory that the economy takes, where most people have their own businesses or are independent contractors using AI. So,
Interesting. Are you pro AI, would you say?
very, yeah.
AI slop. How do you what do you feel about everyone like I don't say everyone, but like a lot of students and whatever just like throwing their assignments in a chat GPT and like pumping out, you know. They're not learning. I feel like it's just kind of gonna increase the like the knowledge gap even more. There's gonna be the people that look at AI as a tool and
Yeah.
then they're actually able to like use it, leverage
Yeah.
it, like I don't know, like send out mass emails or scrape
Yeah, yeah.
websites of their
Yeah.
data or whatever. Then there's gonna be people like, I don't want to think. Hey, Chat GPT, what's the answer to,
Yeah, yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Okay, but being pro AI, okay,
So,
cool.
in terms of like, I don't think schools are going to be a thing a decade or two from now.
Uh-huh.
I can't see the justification for them.
Did you hear of Streamer University?
No.
Do you know who Kai Cenat is?
I do know who that is.
Yeah, he had a whole Streamer University thing.
I think that's like where most of, so like the labor market, if you look at the labor market today and you told people like, hey, you can stand in front of a computer, or I'm sorry, a camera, be on your computer and just play a video game while you're talking to the camera and you can make millions of dollars. If you said that to someone just 2 decades ago, they look at you like you're fucking crazy.
Uh-huh.
But we have it today. And I think we can't comprehend what the labor market will look like 2 decades from now with the introduction of AI. So like,
Yeah.
it's just it's interesting to me to see like how that's going to play out. But yeah, like, I see the economy like
Yeah.
looking more like that, where we have these like obscure jobs that like there's
Yeah.
probably more on the realm of entertainment.
Yeah, I would say, kind of circling back, it's about providing value to society.
providing
Like
value.
some people are like, "Oh, streaming's not a real job," or "being a this that isn't a real job." But it's like you are providing value. There's a market of people that actually want to sit there and like watch someone else like literally like do like hang out with their friends
Yeah.
or play video games or
Yeah.
you know do random stuff like that.
Whether that's good or bad, again, leave it up to the audience. But it's serving a need in the market.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a thing if these people weren't monetizing it.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, it's
There is I'm gonna make a kind of like an argument for universal basic income right now.
okay.
In the fact that like
I'll probably make it with you.
what's it called? We've just gotten so much better at producing shit. You know, like
Yeah.
we probably like produce just like total like food, total goods. Our mechanics and like machinery has gotten way better. Factory has gotten way better.
Well, just wait. Just wait to see what it's gonna look like in 5 to 10 years from now. We're not
think-
gonna recognize it.
You think we're gonna get even better? You think it's gonna get worse?
No, I think it's gonna get significantly better.
Yeah. So like,
I think most people are gonna get. I think most people will get replaced.
yeah.
That doesn't mean that most people will be without income, but most jobs today will be replaced.
Yeah, because high key, like the way I see it is like if farms are able to sustain themselves, if they're just like robots that can like just keep growing and planting trees, whatever, and it's just like free food, it's kind of like, why not just just give out free food and like, hey, like the government, like we've completed society basically. It's like, oh, the industrial revolution has become like self-perpetuating, so now like the machines just serve us and we don't have to do anything but just, you know, kind of, I don't say live the commie dream of like, oh, today I'm a fisher, tomorrow I'm a streamer, and then on Thursday I'm a surfer or whatever, and then like everything's just provided for already.
Yeah.
But like, I think, you know, take away like all the like intentional culture wars and like this, that, and the third, like I think humanity, like we have enough resources to just live a freaking like good life, and we don't have like, we're not like, oh, we have to prepare for the winter like we're not gonna have enough food. So how many of us are gonna die of famine? I think like there is a point where it's like the government can just kind of say like, okay, we have enough stuff. Like we don't have to be like working paycheck to paycheck doesn't have to be the the meta
norm.
for the norm for like non entrepreneurial mindsets or whatever, because like
Yeah.
there's enough social mobility now. Like if someone does come from a poor background, they can work their way up, but some people they don't know how to leverage the like information enough to like get themselves out of poverty. They're kind of just still stuck in the whole whatever.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's there.
yeah, so I guess my argument for universal basic income is like, okay, we already like if we can make all the machines and like they could all work for us and just provide all this food and shelter, like kind of why not just like, all right, instead of wasting all this food or making it illegal to grow your own like food. I mean, I don't know, like I'm not no soil expert or nutritionist, but it's like, why aren't all trees fruit trees? Like why are we planting trees that can't grow fruit? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've never even thought of that.
Yeah, dude, like there's soil everywhere. There's dirt everywhere, and it rains. There's nutrients, worms.
Yeah.
Like, what are we gonna do with palm trees? Why don't we just have orange trees everywhere? Why don't we just grow peaches everywhere? And why do we ban? Oh, you can't grow that in your front yard. Like, why not? We're growing grass. Are we gonna eat grass? No. Why don't we just grow corn everywhere? Everyone's front yard has corn.
Interesting.
You know.
I'm sure there's an argument. I just don't know it.
Yeah, the argument is, well, then people aren't going to need to rely on the government. They're not going to want to go to work if they just stay home and eat. So we're going to make them poor on purpose, and we're going to make it illegal to grow your own food, so you have to serve us. Maybe that could be some of it. Maybe there is some fear factor in that. I know there's like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, like in Canada, allegedly, like you can't like grow your own like, what is it, like maple syrup?
Really?
I don't know. I could be completely butchering this, but like
Because
allegedly,
it competes
like
with their industries.
it mixes with what?
It competes with their industries.
Yeah, something like that. And then I don't know if there's like a maple syrup cartel out there that it's like, oh yeah, no, you can't do that. Even though it's like a tree, like it's something that naturally comes. Because so people say, oh, money doesn't grow on trees, food doesn't grow on trees. Food grows on trees.
Yeah.
And food like literally just like the sun is radiating freaking nuclear energy. Plants are able to use their chlorophyll and turn that into freaking they're able to hold that energy, turn to sugar.
Yeah.
And then you have these freaking beef literally just feeds itself, and you just go kill the animal, and just eat it. So food is kind of free, shelter is kind of free. But yeah,
I think certain foods, fruits more specifically, some vegetables.
Fruits. Yeah. Anyways, that's my universal basic income argument.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that there's going to be a time and place for that. If a certain percentage of the population that gets displaced from their job will just not do anything to try to get back in. I think to keep things calm, because the French Revolution and the revolution in Germany that led to the rise of Hitler, I think it was just like 20% of the population was unemployed, and that's what snapped it. If you have that here, like I can see something popping off. Uh-huh. So like being able to kind of keep that at bay, yeah, you're gonna have some level of universal basic income that's probably gonna be funded from taxes that get levied on companies that use AI.
Okay.
Again,
I see that.
I'm curious to see how that one's gonna age.
Yeah, AI. Yeah, it could be completely wrong. AI could end up, who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah. Now I have a question for you, capitalist. What do you think about like these companies that just own a whole bunch of like private like real estate and like
the BlackRocks of the world?
Yeah, BlackRock. What are your thoughts on BlackRock? Are they providing enough value to really justify owning all of these single family homes, or do you think like at a point like what do you think?
That's a good question. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I have enough information to have like a firm opinion on it. I can talk to whatever general idea I have of it, and I want to make sure I understand. Like, it's BlackRock is buying up a decent amount of the percentage of single family homes in America.
Yeah, from my understanding as well. I'm no expert.
Can I see that being an issue? For sure, especially it will create a nation of renters. That's
Yeah.
also assuming that in whatever states or cities that they're doing this in, the permitting documents that get approved by the city doesn't really get lax. Because like I think that the housing shortage that we see in these like major cities are mainly due to lack of building. Like, there's multiple variables that go into this, but at least from the sources that I've heard from on podcasts that I listen to, it's generally that it's way too hard to get a permit. It takes way too long. It's way too expensive. So we're probably just not going to do it, which reduces the supply of homes for people to either purchase or rent, which artificially increases the price. So if you want to decrease the price, you increase the supply. What's constraining the supply right now is these permits that the government is the one that's effectively saying like, no, we're not gonna give these out, or we don't want you guys building this much.
Yeah.
So I think if we want to fix that issue of like they're buying up everything, build more. Like that would be my solution to it. Do I see it as a problem? I definitely see that it could be an issue. Yeah. Would I prevent them from doing it? No. Capitalist.
So you don't believe like monopolies? You know, I think they're kind of I don't want to say there's some like flaws in the system of like capitalism. Like here's a monopoly coming about, or someone owning literally everything, and then one person's able to just like artificially hike up the price of everything. Like, are you like super laissez-faire, like anything goes, or
to like a pretty high degree? I'm sure someone can provide some examples where I'd be like, okay, that's reasonable. Like I can see where like we would need some government.
Like if someone just woke up and was like they dedicated their life to owning every single like spring water like place in the world, and then they're just like water isn't a human right, and everyone has to like buy water for me, and then like they end up they could set whatever price, and it's like, well, you can do it, laissez-faire, and then everyone is in perpetual debt to the waterman, like, and then he basically rules the world because everyone needs water, and then now everyone's in debt to the waterman. Like,
I want to continue this thought experiment because I think this is a good one.
Because there's only so much natural, like, there's only so much land on Earth.
Land, but then you specifically said water, which I want to.
Listen to you.
This is the argument that's being presented right now. So, in a scenario where someone does buy up all the water supply, I think this is the benefit and the what's the word I'm looking for? Like the downside of laissez-faire is, in the short run, it's gonna suck, and there's going to be an issue there. In the long run, things pretty much play out the way that they should play out. So I'll tell you what I mean. In the scenario where, let's say, I'm the big bad capitalist and I buy up everything, if I put prices to a point where it's more or less unsustainable, or is right to the point where like people can barely afford water, but they're still doing it because it's a necessity, that is going to create a major problem in the economy. A problem where an entrepreneur or a group of entrepreneurs can think of an idea, put it on paper, are we good on?
They're turning off the lights. One
wanna
sec,
check
I'm
it?
gonna see how much time.
Yeah.
Commercial break. I'm gonna see how much time we got.
cut.
Yeah. This is very fun interview. Horace, you closing up already? Damn, that's early. All right. Yeah, that's true. I mean, 9:40. I'm used to this place being open at like 10 or whatever. I mean, we can't get done. We're talking about capitalism. that takes hours. But I mean, yeah, we can wrap it up.
Sure.
We can wrap it up right now.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay. I like capitalism. Oh, love it. That sounds like episode 2.
I do like capitalism.
Yeah.
Hybrid society.
He thinks I hate capitalism, but I love capitalism.
Oh, do you like your shirt?
Pure socialism sucks.
Interesting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can accept that as an answer from you.
We already have communism.
And it's
In
failed.
a family house, that's communism.
Okay, sure. Yeah. At scale is where it's the problem.
Yeah.
It's not fascism.
No. Family?
Yeah.
In the house.
Yeah. Blood and soil. With strong identity. You know, we stick together. You know what I mean? And then you have your totalitarian, the whatever, the father.
Call it totalitarian.
So what do we call it or don't call it?
Might as well.
Yeah,
That's why
totalitarian.
it rules.
Yeah. I would rather live in a fascist family. Mama.
I feel my IQ going lower.
Yeah. Dang. Well, yeah, we got some notes. It'd be wonderful. We can do
Part
you know,
two?
part 2. I got notes.
Yeah. We can pick up from where we left off.
Yeah. Dang. Where do Waterman? We
Waterman.
gotta finish the
I got you
Waterman
on that.
scenario.
I know where this goes.
Dang.
Yeah.
You said you don't know where it
I know where this
you-
goes.
Damn. All right. Ooh, ain't not wait for episode 2.
Yeah.
Highly anticipated.
Yeah.
All right.
A
well,
cliffhanger.
You said what?
A cliffhanger.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get fun of cliffhanger. Legit. This episode is sponsored by no one because we have no sponsors.
Let's go.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. All right. Cool. Adios.
Yeah.